All right. So welcome everyone to SGMP Florida Capital Chapter. It is the July meeting and we're so glad you're here. The topic tonight is strategic planning. And we're going to go over what strategic planning is, and we're actually going to do a little bit of strategic planning. But first I wanted to say welcome. We have some new people and we have some people who haven't been here in a while. We have a brand new board as well. And so I would love to hear from everybody and just introduce yourself and tell us what you do. And you know, if you want to get more involved, we'd love to have you more involved. So let's just start with you and we'll go counterclockwise.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Burke. I am a national sales executive for Drury Hotels. We are opening a new hotel here in Tallahassee. So thanks so much for having us. We're really looking forward to meeting you all and learning about strategic planning.
And tell us more about the hotel. How many rooms and
Sure,
what kind of meeting
absolutely. So Amy might be able to tell a little bit more about that. Just because
She's my guest. Okay, perfect. So hi, I'm Amy Hillman. I'm a national sales executive for Drury Hotels. I happen to manage the state of Florida government segment. So oddly enough, I live in Indianapolis, so I plan on visiting Tallahassee quite a bit. Hopefully it won't be as warm as it is now. You guys can make it a little bit cooler for me. But Drury Hotels is a family-owned company. We have 150 hotels in 26 states. This will be our 5th Florida property. We are planning on having a bigger, stronger presence in Florida with the addition of Jacksonville, Tampa, Palm Beach Gardens, and more.
Wow.
So we're excited to really be here and be active. And I look forward to being present and committed to SGMP. So as far as the hotel here, we are on Raymond Deal Road. We have 180 rooms, about 2,700 square feet of meeting space, 2 rooms that open up to one larger room. We're planning on opening the end of December, and after the first of the year, we'll have an open house, grand opening open house, and I look forward to seeing everyone there.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, I'm Amy Brown. I'm with the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. So it's been a while since I've been at a meeting.
We are so happy you're back.
We have
Amy was very involved with SGMP, and tell us what roles you served previously in SGMP.
I was the vice president and then
First
the president. Yeah, the first vice president and the vice, and then the president for many years.
Yeah, so we have
And then past president.
we're so happy you're back. And yeah, I told her I want to know what her secret is because she hasn't aged in 10 years. Right? She's amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, everyone. I'm Patty Hall-Thomas with Florida A&M University.
And tell us a little bit about your involvement with SGMP. You were previously involved?
Yes, I was previously involved, and I go way back during the freight carpenter days. I don't know how many people remember Sue and Frank Carpenter. But we used to meet at the Ramada Inn North years ago. So
How many years ago? Because I don't know those names at all.
At least 20.
it's probably more than 20.
Wow.
Because it was when I was working in the Department of Education, Florida Department of Education, and we all worked at the Florida Department of Education at the time. Because I was planning meetings around the state for Florida Department of Education. And so I was kind of on the ground floor of SGMP. And it's been so many years ago that I actually became an official member of this organization, the Florida Capital Chapter. And I am coming back, and I am happy to be back and see some faces that I remember, and look forward to working with everyone and also seeing what great things we can do here in the state and hopefully in other places, because I also do meetings outside of the state. So it's going to be great.
Very good. And you are a brand new officer with SGMP.
I am a brand new officer, vice president.
Right. Excellent.
You, James.
Okay. Hi, I am James Moran. I work at Florida University College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, Institute of Public Health, as a administrative staff person. The position that I hold is Director of Alumni Engagement, and then have been working there for quite some time now. Been with SGMP for quite some time as well, and had the pleasure of serving as one of the presidents of the chapter, taking my training from two of these wonderful people here that are flanked with us, as well as Dr. Gabrielle was here before I got here. And thanks to Leola Cleveland, who you will meet, who is our current treasurer. She welcomed me into SGMP, told me a lot about it. And because of my responsibilities at that time did warrant that I should be a member, and have been a member since then. I've enjoyed it since, and the work has been extremely rewarding, and I'm always excited to be here. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Janet Roach. I am the Meetings and Conventions Director for Visit Tallahassee. And as Dr. Moran mentioned, I'm back on the board after I had served my 10 years, I thought, and then I also and National changed their policies and allows me to come back again. I used that one for a while that I couldn't serve. And I also served on the national board, and then Amy and I also were on a regional conference. We were planning regional conferences back in the day. And we served on those committees for 4 years as well. So I have a long time with SGMP, and it's kind of interesting for me. Not only do I work with government planners and have done this for a while, I also am a county employee as myself, working for Leon County in the tourism office. And so I get to kind of straddle both sides of the coin. I feel like sometimes I plan as many meetings as some other people. And so that's kind of a fun thing. So that's it. And I am the second vice president. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, I'd love to hear from those who are remote. Let's begin with Stephen.
Hello, Stephen Hall. I'm the immediate
Let's
past
see.
president. And
Hang on a second. Hang on. No, he's not on mute. Give me a minute. Let's see if we can hear you somewhere. Okay, speak.
How about now?
Nope. All right. Let's see here. He is not muted.
What about the volume on the TV here?
I did. I just turned it up. Try to speak again.
How about now?
Nothing.
Montreal, can you hear me?
All right, let's try muting and unmuting. Okay, try unmuting yourself.
All right, what about now?
Nothing. Give me a minute. Let's see if Latrell has the same problem. Latrell?
Hey, good morning.
Yep, same problem. Okay, that means the problem's on our end. One
Yeah.
moment. Let's see here. How can we rectify this? Can you turn your volume up? Let's see if we can hear on that one. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Stephen Hall, immediate past president, and I'm with the Florida State Court System.
That's all you're going to tell us? All right, Latrell.
Hello, everyone. My name is Latrell Hardwick, and I'm with Hardwick and Downs Consulting. And I am now the secretary, and I'm excited about my new role. And it's good to meet everyone. The only person's name that I did not catch was the lady that was wearing the red. I can't hear you.
Amy Brown.
Amy Brown. Okay, so are there two Amy's?
There are two Amy's.
Okay, all right.
Just to confuse you further.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you can turn your volume down right now. So anytime anyone speaks at a distance, I'll just have you turn it up until we figure out what's going on, okay? So, we have Leola message me and she is coming on. She was just driving back, so we'll have her introduce herself in just a moment. So, yeah, so we are going to be talking about strategic planning tonight, and we're actually going to do a little strategic planning as well. So let me go ahead and get started here. Okay, now go back to the Zoom, share screen. All right, one moment, and I will get the Zoom thing out of the way. All right, can everyone see that at a distance? Good, very good. So I'm Gabrielli, I'm the incoming president, and I am a reluctant president, but but let me just say that I have been involved for a number of years, and we are rebuilding right now. A lot of people are rebuilding with COVID and everything else. We lost a lot of planners, suppliers especially who ended up leaving the field, and so changing market segments and everything else. So we are rebuilding, and we are rebuilding, I think, beautifully. I love our board. I think we have a great board. I'm super excited about this board. And, you know, a big part of rebuilding is making sure that you are strategic planning. So regardless of where you work, you need to work on strategic planning. And it's not something you do once, it's something you do every couple of years to make sure that you are in tune with what your organization wants. So before we get started, what I'd love to ask everyone is, do you know what your current organization's mission is? Do you know what your current organization's mission is? And I'd love to hear from anyone. And if you're at a distance, just type in the chat box or turn your camera on and wave your hand so we can unmute you. Anyone know what your current mission is? Anyone? Yes. You have to look it up.
I can paraphrase. I do know it's online. So I'm going
We have a slogan here. I think I know our. I think at Florida A&M University, one of the things that you will hear us say all the time, excellence with caring.
No. I love that.
And so that goes across the board with all of the colleges and schools on campus. The idea is that we are here to serve our students with excellence, and we care about it. So you will hear, and the tagline is excellence with caring.
Okay, so that's the tagline. We're assuming maybe the tagline's built into the mission?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and that's what I'm rolling it into.
Great.
So I'm not verbatim the entire mission.
Paraphrase.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take it on it.
Anyone else know what your mission is of your current organization?
Ours is to provide quality hotel rooms with the best value.
Perfect.
Easy.
Every mission should be something that you don't have to look up. I hate to say, it should be something that's memorable, that's easy to say, that kind of just makes perfect sense, right? And so, anyone else, you know what your mission is at the Department of Agriculture?
It's just no, the key for food supply site.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Really
but
good.
it's longer than that.
What about you, Jen? You looked it up? Sorry.
So I did look it up, but basically it's generating economic impact for our community through tourism.
Ooh, I like it. That's really good. What about those of you at a distance? Stephen, what is your mission at the court system, at the Florida Division?
To protect the rights and liberties and uphold, interpret
Yeah,
the
go
law.
ahead and, can you unmute for Stephen?
I did.
Okay, one moment. We can't hear you yet. Go ahead, speak.
Protect rights and liberties, uphold and interpret the law, and provide for the peaceful resolution of disputes.
Ooh, that's good. Latrell, do you have one?
1 second. So, my partner and I are in the process of developing our mission statements and values. So this is interesting to hear the strategic planning, because this is exactly what we're in the middle of doing now.
Excellent. The timing could not be better. Okay. I have
Exactly.
ground rules before we get started. Thank you, Dr. Moran. So please be on time if we take any breaks or anything too. If you have anything that makes sound, just turn it to off or silent so that we can all stay focused. Those of you at a distance, please try not to get distracted. If you don't mind keeping your camera on, especially when you're speaking, we'd love to see you. Be respectful and kind to everybody. This is a basic ground rule that it's super important. Participate actively and keep an open mind. Mute yourself if you're at a distance, except when speaking. And if you break any rules, because life is too short and we take ourselves far too seriously in this world, please know that you will sing if you break a rule. And if you have a really great voice, I encourage you to break a rule. Okay. So I have a thumb ball, but yeah, since you're at a distance, I'm going to skip the thumb ball question. Okay. Leo is here. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. Perfect. All right. So Yeah, once she jumps in here, I'll go ahead and have her introduce herself. She's connecting to audio. All right, so if you don't mind, go ahead and unmute. Leola, welcome. We're so happy you're here. Do you mind introducing yourself? Leola, can you try talking? Maybe not. She could be not hearing us.
She's not saying.
She may be still connected.
You're muted.
I have a daughter who plays college golf.
Ooh,
It's pretty sad I have to reach to her to get my unique thing about me.
you know, that's pretty neat though. Where does she play? Where does she play?
At a small college in Indiana called Hanover College.
Awesome, that's a great,
Right outside of Louisville, Kentucky.
yeah, that's a great
And she's
school.
so good, they gave her a scholarship.
Ooh,
I'm
awesome.
bragging on your gallery.
Aw. Awesome. Something unique about you?
Um, So I'm not sure if people are familiar with Unity. It is a non-denominational religion. The headquarters is Lee Summit, Missouri. And I have studied there for 10 years, and I am a licensed Unity teacher, which means I've had all of the coursework other than being ordained as a minister.
Wow. That is impressive. All right, something unique about you. Let's go with Janet first, because she's not doing.
Thinking, I don't know if it's unique, but
Do I
I,
need to do the homework for you? I have saved people before.
I'm gonna, I was gonna say something work related. I'm not. I'm gonna say I'm a twin and I always forget. I saw my twin last week. And I'm gonna tell a funny story and then move on. But I was staying in the hotel last week and my sister came over and spent the night with us. And a local hotelier saw her in the elevator and thought I was ill because she didn't speak to her. And she texted me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And it turns out she saw my sister and my sister didn't acknowledge her and she thought my sister was unwell.
Oh my God.
She is much more introverted than I am.
Did you do any switches?
We did.
Classes?
So you're identical.
We're identical.
Not know this about you. This is fascinating.
She's always been a little bit taller than me, but really, we tried, I think, to not be similar. You know,
So you're very.
we are the, she's a middle school science teacher and I'm in marketing. I'm in sales, you know, what I mean? So,
That is so neat. My dad's a twin and they're complete. opposites.
yeah. Anyway, but because it happened last week, it was just reminding me. I always forget that, I mean, I know I'm a twin, but I mean, I
Oh.
think of her as being my sister, but I forget that other people, even
Yeah,
as
right.
even as an adult, people, it's interesting to people.
That is
So
so cool. Wow. All right.
Well, one interesting fact about me, I'm a thespian, one, and I had the pleasure once of auditioning to recite the I Have a Dream speech.
Wow.
And the intent was to do it once And I've done it for 24 years and now get travel all over and get paid for it.
Oh, my goodness. That is really.
Is there a website people can book you from?
Yeah, you got my card.
Can you give us the first 2 months?
It is,
Sorry to put you on the spot.
right. It is, it is, I have a dream that one day. See now, why am I forgetting?
I take full responsibility for that. I should not have done that. That's a big no-no. All right. Yeah, I know. That was bad. I take full responsibility. If someone had put me on the spot, I wouldn't remember either. So sorry about that. Okay. Let's go ahead. If you don't mind, go ahead and turn up your volume and let's hear from people at a distance. Hey, Leola, can you?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yes.
So if you don't mind introducing yourself and then telling us what you do and something unique about you.
Okay. I work with the College of Pharmacy. At the present time, I'm working in the capacity of reception and doing filing. And something unique, I love people and I love being around people. I love biking. I am a Christian, so I love knowing that Jesus is always going to keep me in the right frame of mind, although I might be walking through for a few things. But most of all, I enjoy my family, SGMP also.
Leola, we love you.
Love you all too.
We're so glad you're here. You are the treasurer.
Yes, I am the treasurer for SGMP.
Awesome. Can you tell us something unique about you?
Okay, what's unique? I could say I'm a social butterfly and I like to make people feel comfortable whenever they're coming to the university or I meet them meet them somewhere, make them feel welcome. And I love planning meetings. That's one of my big hobbies, planning meetings.
All right. Thank you, Leola. I all of a sudden was having a technical problem because someone said to flip something and it's really hard when I'm doing an Apple Play on our system here and then also broadcasting live. Everything is kind of in conflict with each other, but thank you so much. And you definitely make everybody feel welcome. And we're so happy you're here. Let's go to Latrell. What's something unique about you?
Well,
Go
that's
ahead.
so many things. Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. But one of the things that I like is that I'm the only girl in a family of 5 kids. So I'm very spoiled and treated very special. So that makes me even more special.
That's awesome. Stephen?
Nothing jumps to mind at the moment. I'm planning my first cruise ever. So for early next year. So that's
And
different.
where are you cruising to?
The Dominican Republic and a private island.
Nice.
That's nice.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That is awesome. All right, so let me go back to presenter view here. All right. And then I need to share screen with the remote people. It's a little juggling happening here. All right, strategic planning is an organization's process of defining its strategy or direction and making decisions on allocating its resources to pursue this strategy, including its capital and its people. So it's super important. It determines where an organization is going over the next year or more and how it's going to get there. So right now, I want everybody, I'm going to ask everybody in this room to point to Point to north right now. Everybody just right now, don't look at your compasses or anything. Point to north. Everyone point to north. Okay, and just so you know, everybody's pointing in the opposite direction. So here's the moral of the story is that if you don't know where you're going, you can't get there, right? And so it is really important to know where we're going as an organization. I mentioned we are rebuilding as a chapter. We have a lot of really cool work to do from the ground up on building. So let me just talk a little bit about strategic planning. And one of the most important things is consensus. Consensus is not everybody 100% agrees. Consensus is that people can live with the decision. It stresses the cooperative development of a decision with the group members working together instead of competing with each other. And again, it is that everyone is like, I can live with this. This isn't like my ideal thing, but I can live with this. So it's not a unanimous decision. One of the most important parts of a strategic plan is the mission statement. And it's really about why do you exist? Why are you here? And so it should clearly define the purpose of the organization, as well as any products or services that are offered. There are three components of an ideal mission statement: key market, who's your target customer; contribution, what product or service do you provide to those individuals; and distinction, what makes you unique? Why should people care? So the national SGMP mission is to enhance and promote the expertise of government meeting professionals. Short, sweet, simple, we all got it, right? It's good. Let's look at some examples of mission statements from a couple of really, I think, innovative organizations. Tesla, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Says it all, right? Apple, to create technology that empowers people and enriches their lives. Nice. So let's look at chapter mission statements. These are SGMP chapter mission statements. Here are a few. The Michigan chapter of the Society of Government Meeting Professionals is dedicated to improving the knowledge and expertise of individuals in the planning and management of government meetings through education, training, industry relationships, and mutual support. You notice I had to take a breath when I said that. That's not a good sign with emissions. I'm just saying it's not good when it's long. Let's look at the next one, which is actually a little shorter, Greater Oregon chapter. We are dedicated to improving the knowledge, expertise, and cost effectiveness for individuals planning and managing government meetings through education, communications, and industry relationships. A little easier to say, but maybe still a little too verbose, right? Arizona. The Arizona chapter of the Society of Government Meeting Professionals is dedicated to the improvement of government associations and public university meetings through partnerships, which provides quality education. Sorry, I just got stuck on the grammar there. Networking, shared resources, industry relationships, and mutual support while being good stewards of the community, of our community. Okay, it's good, but it's really long, right? So I want you to just kind of chew on that, ruminate on that, look at the really good ones that are short, sweet, simple, and kind of say it all. And then we're going to come back to our own mission statement for our chapter. But first, let's move on to vision statement. Vision statements are often misunderstood, in my opinion. They are kind of pie in the sky. Like if there were no limits, resources or otherwise, what would you be to this world? So it's what you want to become, and it should resonate, and it should make people feel proud, excited, and part of something bigger than themselves. It should stretch your capabilities and your image of yourself as an organization. It gives shape and direction to the future. So think about this. What do you want your organization to become? And, how would you say that? So let's go back to a couple of examples. Let's look at Tesla again. To create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. That's pretty cool. What about Tom's? You guys know the Tom's brand? Does anyone not know the Tom's brand? Okay.
I don't.
They're shoes. And for every shoe they sell, they donate a pair of shoes to.
It used to be Tom's potato chips or something.
Oh, there is a Tom's potato chip too. Yes. They're actually, now I want potato chips, but yes, they do. There is a Tom, this is Tom's shoes. And it is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world.
Yeah,
Isn't that?
they were
I don't think Tom's shoes is.
I wonder if that might be Nike. I might have not changed it. Sorry. Because I feel like Tom's is, I had put it several of them. I feel like Tom's is something about, making sure that for every shoe, there's another shoe donated.
Yeah.
So this must be Nike. This must be Nike. I'm sorry. I was doing some last minute editing.
The word athlete.
Yeah, I know, like Thompson athlete doesn't go hand in hand. This has to be Nike. My apologies. All right, let's look at a vision statement with one of the chapters. This is Arizona. Uphold our status as a national recognized chapter whose organizational methods and practices will continue to distinguish itself as a leader in the field of government meetings. It's really good. Again, I think it could be a little tweaked and it's a little bit wordy. I think you could say the same thing with less words, and I'm all about that. So we'll come back to our own vision statement soon, and hopefully we'll come up with something. I think this is something we can use as inspiration and maybe tweak it a little bit. Now, values are beliefs that are shared among stakeholders of an organization. Values drive an organization's culture, and they provide a framework in which decisions are made. In a bit, I'm going to go to really SGMP National doesn't have values per se, they have code of ethics. And so in a little bit, I'm going to go to the code of ethics to kind of guide us in what we might want our values to be. Also, part of strategic planning are priorities. These are strategic priorities. They're focus areas that are important to your organization, and they help guide the goals and objectives. They also reflect the culture of an organization. Next, we're going to have goals. Okay. So goals are specific accomplishments that must be achieved in order to achieve a larger overall result preferred from the system. For example, the mission of your organization. So let's look at the Arizona's example of a goal is to increase the size of our chapter by 5% and maintain a membership ratio of 50% planners to 50% suppliers. Very good, right? Short, sweet, measurable, nice. And then part of strategic planning also is a SWOT analysis, so strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we really do want to look at what are they? I mean, we need to look at it because we're rebuilding right now. It's important to do this. So the strengths are the attributes of an organization that are helpful to achieving the objectives. Just leave everything. I'll take care of it. Don't leave.
Okay,
Don't leave. Don't leave. Okay. So we definitely want to capitalize on strengths. Weaknesses are, I never really like to call it a weakness. I like to call it, it's actually kind of an opportunity, you know, to improve. They're attributes that are harmful to achieving the objective, and we want to shore these up. Opportunities are external conditions. The first part are internal. Now we have external. Opportunities are external conditions that are helpful to achieving the objective. We want to invest in these. And finally, we have threats. These are external conditions that are harmful to achieving the objective, and we want to make sure that we identify these. All right. So any thoughts so far as we get ready to go into a little bit of strategic planning? I'd love to hear from everybody. Yeah.
I think it's a good start of, evaluating where we are and kind of going through the SWOT analysis. I want to confirm whether or not my beliefs are accurate. I have an idea of, where membership is or where our strengths and weaknesses are, but I think it's going to be interesting to see whether that's accurate versus, my interpretation.
Absolutely. I agree. Anyone else have thoughts before we kind of roll into this a little?
But what's our priority, right?
Yeah, we do need to reevaluate for sure. Yeah, let me try to stop sharing here. Okay. So I do want to share, whoops, okay. Let's do screen mirroring. One moment. Sorry for you guys at a distance. You're not seeing what's happening in here. I'm going to share a portion of the screen. And I'm going to share the code of ethics because these are kind of the values. Oh, it's doing it again. Okay, hang on a minute. I know. All right, let's see here. I think I have to do this first. Let's try this. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the code, do you mind reading the code of ethics? Since, okay, thank you.
Oh.
Let's see if I can. There we go. It's too big now.
Now I'm not seeing.
I know. It's too big now. Hang on a second. I made it larger, but it's too big. Here we go.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
To start with to promote.
Okay. All right. to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all relationships, interaction, and collaborations.
All right, I'm gonna put mine toward you then.
If I can hear you. See. Oh.
Starting with diversity.
All right, here we are. We're gonna try this again. Take two. All right, quiet on the set. To promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all relationships, interactions, and collaborations within SGMP, to engage in business transactions in SGMP and other professional endeavors with honesty, integrity, fairness, inclusion, and confidentiality, to buy and sell on value, including quality of service and price, to respect obligations incurred that neither express nor imply a performance which you cannot reasonably expect to fulfill, to adjust and settle disputes based solely on facts and fairness, to avoid statements that may that injure, discredit, or betray confidentiality for information with the intent of giving or receiving an unfair advantage in a competitive business transaction, to neither provide nor accept gifts or entertainment under the guise of sales expenses where the intent or effect is to unduly influence the recipients in favor of a donor, and to renounce all forms of commercial bribery, to strive constantly for education and growth of knowledge within the profession, to counsel or mentor, and to accept counsel from colleagues whenever the occasion permits for the advancement of profession and SGMP. And I hope this is the last one. Okay. And to not use SGMP or allow SGMP to be used for overt commercial or personal purposes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now I'll mute. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I know. Did you turn the volume? You did. Okay. So that was a lot. That's the code of ethics. There aren't actually values. Isn't that interesting? It's the code of ethics. So each chapter has kind of come up with their own, and we can go through if you want to pull up any of the chapters. Just let me know if you're interested in looking at what some of the other chapters are
I feel
doing.
like that's already so much.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not important as
Yeah.
an organization, but and maybe this is wrong, and, Rob Kaufman, if you can hear me, don't quote me.
I know him.
Don't
Okay.
quote
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
But I feel like that's enough, like, I feel like we need to focus a little smaller.
Yeah.
And, while those things are very important, but most of what was listed there is already the code of ethics within our organizations that we work for.
Yes.
Our government entities we work for have these ethic, these policies. And I know that we are not doing this for the betterment of ourselves, but, I'm here as a representative of this Tallahassee to get business. So that's kind of absurd to say that I'm not here for my own personal benefit, because I benefit from having a job.
That's true. That's a good point.
So when I heard that, I was thinking, I mean, it's not a personal benefit. I'm not, putting money in my pocket. But I feel like and I think they're more concerned about ethics, government meetings are very concerned in general about, the way it looks.
For sure.
But on a Tallahassee, a smaller scale, I think some of it's a little broad.
That makes sense.
That's my,
No, that was a really good point. Thank you.
you know, it's like, okay, I get that, but I work in the county, you work in the university, we have these policies in place, I'm already not supposed to get gifts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, that's my 2 cents.
very good. I like your 2 cents. All right. Why don't we start simple then? Let's just start with the mission statement. If we come up with just a mission statement today and a vision statement, I think that would be amazing. So the mission, as I mentioned, of national is to enhance and promote expertise of government meeting professionals. And I put 3 other chapters, mission statements up here. What are you thinking about for Florida Capital Chapter? I'd love to hear a take on this. What would you like the mission of Florida Capital Chapter to be? Anyone want to give a stab at it?
I would, the comment I'd like to make is I do like what Arizona had,
Okay,
but I would modify it. I cannot see that. I can't see, it's not clear for me.
okay.
No, I'll let you.
So they're talking about government associations, public universities. and
It's a-
partnerships, and so they're pretty broad,
They are.
and
There
they're.
was something else that you had for me, Arizona. What was that?
That was a vision, I think. Yeah.
That was a vision.
I think Oregon might be a little better in terms of succinctness of the
Yeah,
mission.
Yeah, okay.
So, and to me, mission is a little more important. Vision is pie in the sky. There's no resources. What what's ideal for us? Mission to me is the most important part of strategic planning. If you don't know your mission, then how are you gonna get to where you want to be?
I mean, to me, I think it also goes back, and I don't want to dominate, I just want to back off, but I think that you know, our local chapter mission should in some ways mirror what the national mission is.
Yes,
But bringing a local or community focus.
Yes.
to it. And so, you know, within our organization, within our community, there's already organizations that are there for associations. So I think, you know, based on Arizona's, I don't think association meetings really needs to be part of our mission
no,
like theirs is.
I agree.
But I think that universities and government entities are definitely part of our makeup of our community, and I think it's either understood or whether we say it.
I personally don't think we need to say it.
I don't think so either.
I'm looking at, you know, the meeting, I like the national one, and I'm thinking possibly we could put a little local spin on it,
Yeah.
but not with all those extra words that
Well, I think-
actually limit us.
You know, I feel like, you know, the way you rebuild and the way that you gain membership is by being seen as the experts in your field and a place where people are gonna get the education and people are going to, you know, if you wanna be the place that people.
Instead of, yeah, be the expert. not a-
Well, I think Virgin here,
Yeah, yeah.
Virgin SGMP are speaking, but, you know, for us, as a company, we spend so much money investing in these different areas, and for us, it's all about the return on investment.
Yeah.
And so what's the supplier, I think return on investment is gonna be different than your return on investment, and what exactly does that mean? So.
So you're saying that the mission should have some sort of acknowledgement that
Well,
everyone's
and I
getting
think-
something out of it.
I think I've said that because I've heard a lot since we've been here about retainment and growing this. So how are you going to retain and how are you going to grow? And it's all about making sure everyone's getting their return on investment.
Okay, so I'm just kind of, you know, encouraging everyone to brainstorm. So we've got providing experts in our field, ensuring return on investment. And then we'll kind of capture everyone's thoughts about what should be in the mission statement and come up with something that we all agree on.
Mhm.
I like that, though. I think that is important. Nobody wants to give, quite frankly, even just their time, much less their
I
money.
was thinking even like
Well,
personal.
yeah,
investment,
yeah.
Being time.
That
Yeah.
is true too, but we're always having to, what are you getting out of this? What
Yes.
is, we're putting this money into it as a company, what's the takeaway from it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that Amy Brown is going to give us this big, huge group, which I hope you do. but, you know,
Yeah, Amy to Amy here.
It could be different for whatever that means to everyone.
It could be, you know, growing as a professional, networking,
Absolutely.
education,
Absolutely.
but that's all return on investment. It doesn't have to be, you know, sales necessarily, although that's nice. So I think leaving it kind of open as return on investment is good. I don't know how we should kind of put it together. What are some other words that you think are important when it comes to the mission of Florida Capital Chapter SGMP?
Well, I do. Go on, James.
Also to educate.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna piggyback on.
Because most of us, well, I just speak for myself, even though I was, junior, I needed to be educated the right way, and to do this. Mhm.
Okay, I like that. All right, so,
Yeah, I just want to piggyback. I'm looking at Michigan. And I do like what Michigan has, where we are experts in planning and management of governmental meetings through education, training, industry. Through industry relationships and mutual support. I like those words.
I'm just thinking, look, exactly like what you were saying, Patty, to enhance and promote the expertise of government meeting professionals, and you could put in vendors if you wanted. Through education, networking, and supporting community initiatives. And that's short. And it's on the line.
all right, so say that one more time.
No, don't ask me to do that.
Did anyone go ahead?
To enhance and promote the expertise of government meeting professionals and vendors.
And to enhance and promote,
Okay, meeting professionals.
wait, to enhance, sorry,
The state copy the national one and then just add.
oh, yeah.
By networking, education, and community initiatives. Through networking, education, and supporting community initiatives.
What community initiatives are we supporting?
Well, I think what you were saying was making it kind of local and community based, so I think whatever is important to you all, 'cause whether it be the university piece of it, or lobbying, or. Yeah. Because
So it's not necessarily community, supporting stakeholder initiatives,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good.
Okay, all right. So it's more stakeholder initiatives, because some of us aren't just community, we're state or beyond. Okay, so to enhance and promote expertise of government meeting professionals through networking, education, and supporting stakeholder initiatives.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice. What about return on investment? Are you okay that it's not in there?
So what you were saying about that, though, I think that the networking, education, and supporting stakeholder initiatives is the ROI.
Okay. All right, I buy
I
that.
feel like
could be anything,
I feel like if you add return on an ROI and like the word
I
like
was
government
using it.
organization, that feels big.
I think this is really good.
I think you also.
Yeah.
Government meeting professionals within our community through networking. So like that's to me, and maybe that's me as in Tallahassee, but I feel like Florida Capital Chapter is the Tallahassee chapter of SGMP, and in our community, we need to be seen as the expertise experts, and then when we go to, national or some of these other chapters, in comparison, our community needs to be, and maybe that's just Florida Capital, maybe that's not, maybe that's inherent in these words.
Yeah.
Something you said, Florida Capital Chapter is Tallahassee, just Tallahassee.
No,
I mean, Florida Capital Chapter is,
So we don't have members.
no, we do have a lot of members from other places.
Yes.
Indiana.
We have Jacksonville on the line, right? We have a lot of
so
people.
that's changed. So that's
Yeah,
different.
we do, we definitely have.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's.
Okay, so let me just read it and see what you think, okay? Florida Capital Chapter's mission is to enhance and promote expertise of government meeting professionals through networking, education, and supporting stakeholder initiatives.
That's.
Yeah.
I like it. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's great.
You guys at a distance, give me a thumbs up if you like it. All right, everyone here,
Yes.
thumbs up. Good job, everyone. That was really good. I like it. I like it. That, I mean, yeah, and look, our new people here.
I did not realize we were gonna come to this.
You need more,
We just pulled it all together.
Yeah.
We took everybody.
that was good. You need more wine. Okay,
Yeah. that could be good.
yes, so, all right. I love it. That was really good. Okay, so let's look next at the vision. And let me just hop over to the vision. And this is what do you want your organization to become? And we have, yeah, Tesla and not Tom's, we have Nike. And then let's look at the vision statement of one of our chapters. Hang on. Whoops, one moment. Where did they go? Examples of vision statements. There it is. There it is. This is the one you liked. Okay. This is the one you liked. Uphold our status. Let me just, I'm going to copy it over to, Word. Yeah. Okay. Definitely, we don't want to plagiarize. All right. So here is Arizona. And let me just, okay. Arizona's is to uphold our status as a national recognized, and it should be nationally recognized chapter, whose organizational methods and practices will continue to distinguish itself as a leader in the field of government meetings. Okay, I think we can make it better, right?
Well, and I think that because we're rebuilding, I think that we're in a different position where we're trying to continue to stay on top. I think we are in a position where really whatever growth we gain, I think is only going to help us. And so our mission, so the question is, I mean, a vision obviously is multi-year,
Yes.
vision, not a singular year, but to me, I feel like our vision is, the pie in the sky, what we want to gain. And I think gaining momentum, I think would be part of the goal for me.
Okay, I like that. What do you think? You really liked the Arizona one. What do you think?
So I'm looking at rewording it.
Okay.
And I would say that the Florida Capital Chapter is recognized as an organization with methods and practices that continue to distinguish itself as a leader in the field of governmental meetings.
So we're kind of copying them.
Well, there's some slight modifications.
Yeah.
They are upholding a status. And our vision is to be recognized as an organization with methods and practices that continue to distinguish us as a leader.
How can we rephrase that instead of continue to distinguish itself as a leader?
Well,
That
what
is a
about-
leader.
What about going back to the mission?
Exemplify,
Yeah,
exemplify
expertise.
leadership.
Yeah.
In government meeting professionals. How about that? Just kind of slightly spinning that. To be recognized as an organization with methods and practices, and we might want to change those two words too, that exemplify leadership in government meeting professionals.
We had that already.
Well, and I think we need to look back at the core. I mean, it's been
Okay.
a long time since I've looked at the missions with, with SGMP in general. I think we could probably find some language within the national bylaws or the,
Yes.
mission, a little more, things that would be, methods and practices that would mean the same thing. But
Yeah,
maybe that
we use the word initiatives.
right.
Initiatives, okay.
So you could stick that one in there if you want to.
Initiatives. Okay, our vision is to be recognized as an organization with initiatives that exemplify leadership and government meeting professionals. Now, let me just say recognized. I do a lot of strategic planning for other organizations, and there's a lot of debate over, is your end goal, is your big pie in the sky vision just to be recognized?
Or is it like, because you were saying about building, is it
Yeah.
should be establishing or established?
Is to be an established organization, is to be an established organization with initiatives. What, do I just keep spelling initiatives wrong? Okay, that exemplify, okay. To be an established organization with initiatives that exemplify leadership in government meeting professionals. Or in government meeting
And maybe
industry.
the word established would be, I don't know, this is not right.
Yeah.
Maybe strong or, like something that would mean like a foundation, like something that's more foundation.
Yeah, what's the word?
I don't know what the word.
Those of you at a distance, feel free to put in the chat box too, what you think. Or talk or speak, but we need Dr. Moran to come back to his computer to,
Which organization.
yeah. Yes, what do you?
And I was just thinking too, and then served on several boards very similar to this, and just thinking about establishing a foundation, but also like building a succession, like a
Right.
succession.
Ah,
plan.
yeah.
build part is.
Sustainability is what you're talking
Yeah.
about, right?
Yeah, so whatever you're building now
Build
is
and
sustainable.
Build and sustain, okay. Is to, not just to be, to build and sustain. Not now
Or
established
even
things where,
maintain and, because, you know, it's not gonna doesn't exist.
right.
Right.
Well, and it's just to sustain,
Yeah.
right? This is our vision, it's our pie in the sky, to sustain an established organization with initiatives that exemplify leadership and government meeting professionals.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, that's nice.
That's short
I
and sweet.
really love that.
That's not bad, right? What does everyone think? Give me a thumbs up if you like it, a middle thumb if you don't, if you're not really sure, and a thumbs down if you don't like it.
I like it, but I'd like to sleep on it.
Okay, all right. Well, we can certainly do that. What about everyone around the table and everybody at a distance? What about those of you at a distance? Let me read it again. Our vision is to sustain an established organization with initiatives that exemplify leadership and government meeting professionals.
I like it.
What do you think?
Steven's shaking his head, yes.
Okay. I haven't heard
I
from
don't
everyone.
have to take your, if we wanna hear them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on a second, give us a minute.
Go ahead.
Anybody have anything?
Shall we chew on it for a minute?
I like it, and one reason is that we know the national is over us as far as us being under their umbrella. And by picking up, the vision that they had many years ago, that we're still following those visions and making sure that our members be trained to understand the vision of our chapter and what we're trying to do.
So the vision is kind of the pie in the sky, like there's no limits. And the vision that we have right now is a little not pie in the sky, quite frankly. That's the only thing I would say.
A little narrow.
It's a little narrow. It's not super like, wow, if there were no resources, no limitations, this is who we would be.
You're saying this one's not reaching enough.
I think it's not reaching enough is what I personally think. I think it's good. I think it's just not quite reaching enough. I think if we. Thank you. So I think if we, instead of sustaining an established organization, is to exemplify a sustainable organization,
Mhm.
is
Something that we-
something a little more, something more powerful.
Mhm.
What, help me out here. What do you all think? I just think that it needs to be bigger. It's a vision. It's not a mission. This is sounding more like a mission.
I think because we know that we've lost so many numbers and,
Yeah.
It's hard to know what that would be. I would love to be able to put like one of the others that had gain membership by.
Yeah, well, that's goals though, measurable. Yeah.
I agree with you that I think that, I'm sorry. What is it, practices instead of initiatives?
Okay, I can live with that. All right, we tweaked it a little bit. We're gonna kill exemplify here. To exemplify sustainable organization with practices. How do we tie in leadership? Or just kill leadership practices that sustainable organization with best practices.
I think best practice sounds like you got it.
We're a research organization with best,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so what's another word?
Maybe we go back to initiatives. I mean, yeah.
Okay. And this, you're gonna make me spell it again. Initiative.
That's it, right.
Yeah. All right. No, see, I spelled it wrong again. What is wrong with me? Okay. To exemplify sustainable organization with initiatives. Here's the word, we need a phrase here. With initiatives, we want to be the best.
To teach, to bring together, to move forward, I don't know,
Yeah,
educate.
no, bigger, inspire to
Drives
drive.
exceptional leadership
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
for government professionals.
I just want you to know, she's not going to be coming back.
I like that.
One shot.
Sorry, I'm too vocal.
No, nobody, you're sounding like Janet now. Listen, here's what I think. Everybody's voice needs to be heard, including the quiet ones, but truly don't apologize for using your voice. Your voice is important. That was great. Okay, so now,
So you know what, this is where this is coming from, is that I used to write resumes, like.
Yeah.
So that's, I think.
I
that's
do
where
too.
this-
I write resumes too. This is
Yeah.
great. Okay. So we're looking for action verbs. Let's see. Our vision is to exemplify a sustainable organization with initiatives that drive exceptional leadership in government meeting professionals. That's so much better. Oh my gosh, I like it. I like it. All right, thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. You can go thumbs to the side if you're not sure. Okay, go thumbs to the side.
He doesn't like initiative.
All right, so can anyone come up with another word besides initiatives? Let's see here. Here we go. Creativities, wits, enterprises, ingenuities, edges, advantages, leads, ascendancies, plans, proposals. Nope, don't like any of those. Yeah, we did practice this.
Practices just seems.
We could say practices again.
Maybe it's
Let's
just.
just try. Yeah. Yeah, practice. Let's see what another word for practices.
Just seems.
Applies, follows, observe, rehearses.
I mean, so
What you're trying to give
it's more,
something to, you're trying to give something to people. So
more trends and.
that's why I want to like incentives, but I don't like that word either. Like, what are we?
Okay, let me try typing incentives and see if we can come up.
Bettering their knowledge in the industry knowledge.
Enticements, motivations, encouragement. Nope, no, don't like any of them.
What?
Strategies. All right, hang on, sorry, I got excited. That's so much better. Okay. Our vision is to exemplify a sustainable organization with strategies that drive exceptional leadership in government meeting professionals. Boom. I like it.
But you
I
have
like
to-
it.
So you're going with like to making sure members have it or getting what they want out of it. And so I think that that's.
Well, that's what the mission is for, right?
Right. So the mission already says that. So now
The vision is the pie in
vision
the
is
sky.
the-
Do you not like it, Amy?
No, I mean, that's fine with me. I just want the word.
Okay, so do you like strategies better? Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I like strategies a lot better. All right, what about you at a distance? Do you like it? Leola?
Yes.
Oh, what's going on in the chat? Tell us. Okay.
Oh, I like it.
All right, I think we have a vision. I think it's good. Listen, it doesn't have to be permanent. We have something, we can revisit it at the next meeting and we can change our mind if we want. It is a live document. So we now have a mission, we have a vision. Do we want to do anything more or do we want to just kind of chew on this for a bit?
I think it's a good.
It's a good start.
I'd like to chew on it a little bit.
Yeah,
I think-
and then we can come
Well,
back
I'm
with some
not-
good-
I'm not, I think it is good, a good representation.
Okay,
Just didn't want to use the same word.
I didn't want to use the same word either. Yeah, okay, so let me just reiterate. Here's what we have. Okay. Florida Capital Chapter's mission is to enhance and promote expertise of government meeting professionals through networking, education, and supporting stakeholder initiatives. Oh, I'm so glad we changed that word. Okay, and Florida Capital Chapter's vision is to exemplify a sustainable organization with strategies that drive exceptional leadership in government meeting professionals. I love it. And thank you, because I didn't realize we had the word initiatives in the mission too. That would have been terrible. I would have hated it.
So you could also say stakeholder priorities instead of initiatives on the first.
Okay, what do you think? We have a suggestion to change initiatives to priorities. So let me read it with priorities and see if you like it better than initiatives.
Because that makes it seem more ROI.
Yeah, it does actually.
I agree.
All right, let's just try it. Our mission is to enhance and promote expertise of government meeting professionals through networking, education, and supporting stakeholder priorities. I love it. I like it a lot better than initiatives, because initiatives are like, oh, we're gonna try a little of this, and we're gonna do priorities are, yeah, this is good. No, we're done. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I think we did really good for a short period of time. We got our mission, we got our vision, and we will chew on it, and we'll come back for the next meeting, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But what I'd like to do now is just kind of get a finger on the pulse of what everyone's thinking. And boy, I'm so happy you two are here. So yeah, I'd love to just kind of
Marketing teams.
yeah. So I'd love to just kind of go around the room and see what you're thinking. Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy you're
Glad
here.
that we can collaborate with you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this was exciting to be a part of, and I'm really excited about the future. And like I said, I may not live in Tallahassee, but we are all in, so we are here and ready to move forward with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here tonight.
We're so glad you're back.
So, yeah.
Amy, we're so happy you're back. We've missed you, and we're really, really glad you're here.
I'm happy about the process tonight. I think we covered quite a bit, and I like the structure.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you for your contributions too. You had some great words that went into both of them. So thank you.
Very fruitful meeting, and glad to be here, glad to be participating.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I think it's really exciting to, start here and now we can move on to the next things and kind of set our goals and our priorities moving forward.
Great. Can you unmute yourself, unspeaker yourself for a minute? All right, let's hear from those of you at a distance. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm happy that we're able to sustain our chapter and keep it alive and being able to bring other members in. And then we have a lot of training that we have always done. And the chapter has been around for so long, so we do not want it to just collapse or anything.
Yeah, Leola, we're so happy you're here, and we're so happy you're back.
Thank you.
Well, I'm pleased with what we've accomplished. I hope that when I go through this myself, that it's this easy. I doubt it. But I'm definitely going to be pinging off of some of the words and the things that we just gathered here today. So this was a great exercise for me. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to working on the goals and other priorities next.
All right. Well, listen, everyone, I am so happy that you're here. And for those of you who haven't been here in a while, thank you for returning and being re-engaged. And for the new people, and I know we have other new people at a distance who are not here. We had someone just join today, as a matter of fact, and I reached out to her, but she wasn't available she literally joined this afternoon. So for those of you who are new and you're going to be watching this recording, we are so happy that you're part of us, and we are growing and we are going to be better than ever. I'm convinced of it. So many of us have been around for a really long time, but I think that the new energy that is coming to this chapter is phenomenal, and I look forward to working with everyone. All right. Any final thoughts? We'll call it down. Yes.
I just wanted to make sure if someone could get the correct spelling of our guest name, so I don't, because Adrian can be spelled a lot of different ways. So if someone could get that and send that to me, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh boy,
Okay, we'll send her
oh yeah, I had that it completely wrong.
You got it?
Yes, I have Adrian's.
Okay.
And then what was Amy Hillman? Was it Hillman?
Amy Hillman?
Yep, HILLMAN.
And I think that was it. Okay, I have everyone else because the other Amy was Amy Brown. Okay, great.
Brown's easy.
Yes.
My name, Gabrielli. We're more like.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll get back to you on those other two things. Okay, Latrell?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank
night.
you all.
Bye.
Leaving like